43% of the 50 plus are saying it's very important. How many minutes of your leisure time do you spend playing video or computer games online? So the under 50 said about 110 average minutes per week, and the 50 to 59 said about 110 minutes on average per week. How many minutes of leisure time do you spend reading newspapers online? So we're going after information, clearly more than the younger folks, so 46% average minutes per week on the 50 plus leisure time spending on newspapers. How often do you use the internet to get information about a product? You can see that we're at the same rate, slightly higher in the 50 plus for using the internet to get information about a product. How often do you use the internet to look for health information? So you can see greater, which makes sense, right? You simply have more health concerns. So about 17% of folks are going weekly. How often do you use the internet to buy things online? And this is great, right? 13% of the users of 50 plus are buying things online versus about 10% of those under 50. And we're paying bills online. So about 16% of the 50 plus are using the internet to pay bills online versus 12% of the under 50. We're banking online at the same rate as the under 50. And that's particularly interesting, I think, when you see that we are more concerned about privacy online. So that continues to be an issue among boomers, that we are less comfortable online than those under 50, although using it at about the same rate. So we still have concerns about privacy of our information, but at the same time, we're using the internet more. And AARP members are technologically ahead, which we think is fabulous. So about 52% of the 50 plus population, this is back in 2006, so of course those numbers have gone up since then, but it gives you a relative sense, had internet access. So about 49% of those non-members having access and 56% of AARP members having access to the internet. So you get a sense of how we're ahead. And then this is a Forrester research, more recent, on AARP members and technology use. And this is the first column is AARP members, and the second one are the total boomers, 43 to 62. So even though that's a younger age range, you still see some terrific differences among the AARP members. So we're researching our leisure travel more online. We own and regularly use a desktop computer more. We use a laptop more. We use HDTV more. We own a digital camera at a higher rate, and satellite radio at a higher rate as well. So AARP's goal, as I mentioned earlier, as an organization, is to help our members who are boomers and are technologically advanced and help them navigate through life and this quest that they're on to achieve their journey. And my hat is certainly off to all of you in the room who, through your technology products and services and influence, are using technology to help guide boomers as we proceed along this journey of our life transition. And I just want to end with one quote from Marshall McLuhan, famous Toronton, that said, "It is the framework which changes with each new technology and not just the picture within the frame." And I encourage each and every one of you to strive to change the framework as well as the picture within the frame on behalf of all Americans 50 plus and AARP members and society as a whole. So I thank you, and I will see each and every one of you when you turn 50. So are there any questions before I turn it back over to Susan? Yes? What's that?
The presentation is available somewhere?
Susan?
Presentations will be on the Silver Summit website at the conclusion of the Silver Summit, probably starting next week or the week after. But we'll have these posted on the website with permission of each of the speakers.
So all these PowerPoints will be on that?
Yes, they'll be in the
SilverSummit.com?
SilverSummit.com is the next message.
Thank you.
And yes?
56 around social media. Is there any way that, is there any statistics that shows if it's more networking usage or community use?
I'm going to turn that over to our Chief Information Officer, sitting down there. Did you have a question, Matt?
There's, I think, emerging information. I didn't see who asked the question, but there's emerging information.
I believe the question, it's a little hard to hear, so correct me if I've got it wrong, but I believe the question was, are we seeing more social networking, or...
Is there data on social networking related to this particular segment of consumer we're talking about? And I think you're going to hear from Lee Ring from Pew. They're starting to do some work in this area. I don't know if Lee's going to talk about it, but there's emerging information about how boomers are engaging in social networking. I'll talk a little bit about it in closing comments, but I think there'll be more to come in terms of specifics.
Anything else? Yes.
What kind of grassroots marketing does AARP do to develop membership? You know, obviously, you big ads and what do you do on a small level, case by case, city by city?
So if you didn't hear, the question was, are we doing sort of state-based grassroots efforts to grow membership? And AARP has 53 state offices, so in all 50 states, and then the 3 territories in Washington, D.C. And we do, the states are a critical component of AARP's success, but they tend to focus less on membership growth and more on advocacy, state-based advocacy efforts, and member values, state-based member values. So, for example, you will find our states organizing members to go to the local capital and support legislation for which AARP is in favor, that sort of thing. We also do activities at the state based around walking and scam protection, that sort of thing. But there isn't a tremendous amount of membership-based activity that we do at the state level. We like to keep the states focused on the critical advocacy and then existing member value work. Well, thank you very much. And I'm looking forward to